hit on a couple of things that I heard you talk about earlier today. Number one, you're open to an opener, which is something the Rays have done quite well down in Tampa. And number two, the possibility of Amed Rosario getting some time at third base.
Yes, those are some of the things that I thought of since the end of the year. Just to move guys around, and not that we want to model exactly other teams, but you see teams out there that have guys playing different positions and they move parts, and it's almost like they have a team A and a team B, and some of those teams were playing in October. So I think that we have versatility. We have guys that play multiple positions. Jeff McNeil that's played right, left, second, third. You have JD Davis that's played left and third. You have Dom that plays first and left. You have different guys there that are versatile. And why not, Amed, that's a really good athlete, can do that. But, one of the things that I would like to keep him is in the infield, and that's why I mentioned third base to him. So he can learn the angle of throwing and maybe some of the plays, slow rollers and different things like that. And it will help us move guys around and do different things strategy-wise in game.
Let's hit on a few things relatively quickly here. Jacob deGrom. Can Jacob deGrom, in your eyes, get better?
Well, Jake, it's unbelievable, especially this year. The stuff was incredible to watch.
Right, the velocity was up a little bit this year, which was staggering.
Well, that made everything else play even better. So I remember talking to him on the phone throughout the lockdowns, and he will share that information with me. And I was like, how is that? He was like, yeah, I threw the other day, and he said he hit triple digits or something. And I was like, wow. And that's not, not competing. That's just throwing, aside. So him coming in and competing and getting that extra rush of adrenaline, and it was special to watch him pitch. So Jake, he's gonna be competing. He's gonna keep getting better because he's got that competitive demeanor. When he gets on the mound, he's got that look. The day that he pitches, he's got the look in the clubhouse. Gary, some of the things, Jake knows this, and holding runners is one of the things that we're looking to get better at as a pitching staff. And Jake is part of that, along with all of our pitching. I think I mentioned in some of the interviews that I had that we haven't been really good controlling the running game, and that's something that we want to do from a pitching standpoint, just to prevent the other teams in our division who are very athletic to taking an extra base on us.
Edwin Diaz had a bounce back year last season. How much of that do you think was mental? How much was physical? And how do you carry that forward?
Well, Gary, the mental part, I thought it was a little bit at the beginning with them. There was just one game and Edwin pitches fired up. He's the guy that you see, we win a ball game. He closes it. You run into him on the line when you're shaking hands, and you just see how his adrenaline, he's amped up. So that's how he pitches. But we did see that one time where he got very emotional for not getting results on the mound while the game was going on. So that was a conversation in season, and I thought he went past that really quick. He did a really good job. Edwin, he's a great kid, very professional and talented, and that's why he put everything together. He had a tremendous season. So we're looking again for Edwin to be a weapon for us back there to help us, get some wins and seal some games.
Let's hit a couple of last things as we wrap this up. You've got a new catcher in James McCann. How does he change the equation for you?
Well, James, you look at his track history. We're talking about performing first. He's going like this. He's gotten better and better and better. He's a good receiver, a good framer. He's been a good thrower. We talked about controlling the running game early here, and he can help there as well. So I think pitchers are going to appreciate throwing to him a lot with his framing abilities and his athleticism behind the plate. Now, his makeup is phenomenal. I mean, this guy, he's already connected with a few of our pitchers, and they praise him. They speak very highly of him, and he's a guy that shows those leadership skills, which is something that you want from a catcher. And the relationship with the players for me are always very important. I keep a really good relationship. I want to be there for them and help them out. But the relationship with the catcher is usually a little bit more closer, as we are connected from the dugout to him as he's exhausting some of the strategies that we have, signs and plays that we have. So I feel pretty good about him. I think him having the experience of catching before with two different teams and the playoff experience this year, that's great that he's bringing that on board to the guys and catching to a good rotation like the White Sox are. Yeah. So excited with James McCann on.
Louis, it is so great to visit with you. Thrilled that you are back for another season. Can't wait to see you soon. Happy holidays to you and your family. Stay well, stay healthy, and all the best.